Hey everybody, welcome to Lex's World, and take a look at that. Look at how much new growth we've achieved in 2 weeks. We are now 2 weeks into flowering on these blueberry plants, and they are looking good. We are starting to get a little bit of budding going on. Bring you right under there to take a peek at that one. And also at this one right here. This is probably going to end up being our best cola, though it's a little too early to say yet. But as you guys can see, we had a ton of branching out happen between the time we flipped to flowering and the time that we're 2 weeks into flowering. So I threw a little scrog on there. It's pretty easy to get a scrog like this. You just kind of cut it to size. But I threw it on there to tuck some of the fan leaves underneath and to bring some of the colas to the surface up above the canopy. So now we got colas sticking up all over the place. I am glad to report the temperatures inside the tent continue to be good, and so are conditions: 59% humidity and 25 Celsius, which is excellent. We have made one little adjustment. I'll show it to you guys in a moment. But as you guys know, this is the point when this LED light is going to be really put to the test. Back when growing with LEDs was a relatively new technology, LEDs were already not bad at vegetative phase. They could do it pretty well. They had good coverage. This light is certainly not struggling with the coverage whatsoever in this 4x4 tent, but it was really flowering phase where LEDs struggled to get the bud density and the same kind of yield results as high pressure sodium lights. So that's going to be the real test here. Otherwise, you'll notice that I moved my little hydrometer and my thermostat up to the canopy level, because that's where you really care about the conditions. I also did one other thing. If we go below the canopy, you'll notice that the fan at the back right there is now pointed right in the middle of all these plants, almost straight down at the ground, and the point is to kind of keep the airflow moving under here. To keep the humidity down, especially because, as you guys can see, I haven't done a lot of trimming back. Actually, I've done no trimming back on this run, keeping it pretty low maintenance. Though I'm glad to report that even if you look at kind of the lowest leaves, they are still on the plant. They are quite healthy, other than perhaps the very, very lowest first set. Those tend to fall down no matter what, but we got very, very little in the field of deficiencies and problems crawling up, and we're seeing tons and tons of new growth all over the place. I'm not sure how well it translates, but you guys can see, especially on the far plant, there is a lot of young, green, fresh nodes that are extending outwards. Also, we're getting fairly good spaces between the nodes, but not too much, so I don't think we're going to have any problems with the plants falling over, especially now that we've added the scrog. We're going to keep these girls in flowering for another 6 to 7 weeks, and then we're going to have ourselves a verdict on this light, and you know what? I think we're going to be giving the light away at the end. Because that's just what I do. We give away all the grow lights that come through here on the show. And if you're not a subscriber yet, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for the update on these girls. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.